me looking like a walking lick, but I never slip with this 40 on my hip. I done dealt with niggas hating on the low, probably praying up to God, hoping that I don't blow. But we still going up, nigga, that's for sure. I don't speak on niggas' names, no, that's for hoes. Money over everything, yeah, that's the code. And if a bitch can't get the picture, she can go. Used to be deep as fuck, till niggas switched up, but they really took the L, cause my money's still up. Real niggas prevail, I'm always one up. My guard up too, can't let a nigga snake us. In traffic, music blasting, looking for a come up. Click go in the glass when it's time to pull up. If it's money on the floor, you know I'ma show up. And I don't check the stack sheets, nigga, I know I'm ballin'. Shit was all good back in the G. Nowadays, everybody tryna play a creep. Nowadays, everybody gotta keep it heat. Gotta watch who you deal with out here in the streets on tip. Cause nowadays, everybody plotting instead of worrying about the bread in their own pocket. Nowadays, everybody tryna be a boss, but niggas quick to fold after the first loss. It's a million ways to get paid, nigga, I know several. I ain't fucking off, money be across my whole schedule. Niggas talking about, all I rap about is getting cheddar. If you got money too, you'll understand better. If we stop being cool, you probably did some lame shit. Niggas hanging out with niggas that they know has snitch. That's the type of shit that I don't condone in. And the main reason why niggas still chowin', still flowin'. Niggas look hopeless, waiting on the right time to pop this clique open. In first class with a dime, flying over oceans. Kick back, ready to get back in motion. Back to the city where this shit could get sticky. Duck behind tent, bust plays with my blicky. Dope boy tired, new bass with the dickies. Baby looking hard, she could come join the committee. Shit was all good back in the G. Nowadays, everybody tryna play a creep. Nowadays, everybody gotta keep it heat. Gotta watch who you deal with out here in the streets on tip. Cause nowadays, everybody plotting instead of worrying about the bread in their own pocket. Nowadays, everybody tryna be a boss, but niggas quick to fold after the first loss. Strictly G's, SG, MG, K Block, Leonard the G's. This shit ain't the same like it used to be. Gotta watch these niggas out here.
We're back with another episode of Game Time. I got my main man in the building, one of the dopest comedians coming up out of ATL. My main man, Kendall. He's a dope writer, producer, director, a fellow member. Scammer. A fellow producer on Controlled Trauma with us, man. Give it up for my main man, Kendall. Talk to the people, man. Let them know where you coming from.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Writer, that's my main passion, but I love getting on those stages. Just had a show last night.
Hilarious.
Yeah, just had a show last night. We had another member, Control Trauma out there, Goldilocks.
Oh, she got busy last night?
Yeah,
too?
Goldilocks went stupid.
She's funny as hell,
yeah,
man.
Goldilocks, she one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But the biggest stuff that we got cooking up, just before, let me back up before I even get into what we got going. Yeah, but just recently fell in love with improv, fell in with a bunch of comedians that are just some of the most talented people that I've ever met. And so I'm super excited for this leg of the journey.
I'm telling you,
not
man.
to be solo.
So look, how you normally get your hair cut?
Just tape it. Just tape it. Just tape the back.
Oh,
tape the
temp
sides.
fade.
Yep, temp fade, and then we good to go.
Growing?
Keep the top growing, man.
Word
Ain't no
up,
telling
word
how
up.
long it's gonna get.
No doubt. So how long you actually been a comedian? I'm gonna say a comedian because you know those first couple times on stage.
It's not, yeah.
You
So
don't really consider it.
you know, it's crazy. I've been a comedian for maybe like 4 or 5 years. I've been a good one for maybe 2.
That's a very important statement.
You feel me? I've been a good
You
one.
gotta get up there and develop.
Yeah.
To be considered, you know.
Yeah. So I think the cool part about just this part of the journey is I did so much developing, just kind of on my own, like with the craft.
How old were you when you first went on? Like, what was your first? What got you on stage first?
Man, all right. So this was in Orlando.
Hold on, my man is finna get a temp fade. I can tell that he's had a great barber. It's just the young man has a few more things he got to tighten up on, but we finna get him right with
Man,
this.
get me right,
You know what I'm saying?
baby.
We gonna get him right.
Get
You know
me
what I'm
right.
saying? Like
yeah.
somebody that don't like left-handed players. Get him right. Well, yeah, I'm sorry not to cut you off,
Get
my
me
man.
right. Nah, it's one of them things where it's like, what first had got me on stage was I kept riding by this improv theater in Orlando.
Where at in Orlando? That's where you from?
No, I'm not from there, but I was living there before I
What
moved
had you
to
in
Orlando.
Orlando?
I was there for school. So I went
Central Florida? What's the name of school down there?
I actually went to FAMU.
Oh.
The FAMU got a law campus there.
Right. Okay.
So I was living in Orlando, going to FAM at the time, and kept riding by this like improv theater. So finally, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go in. So I went in, and it was like anybody can get on stage. Got on stage, and was like, oh, you really need jokes to do this. You can't just get up there and just talk shit.
Boy, that's the hey.
So right. So the first time I was like, you know what? I ain't even mad that I bombed because I ain't had no jokes. The second time was what hurt my feelings.
What was it though? Like he was like, hey.
So people always would be like, bro, you funny, man. You need to go
Do some shit.
You need to go do some shit. Plus, at the time I was in school, so we was having to write so much serious stuff. So just kind of like even on my own time.
Like that writer's class.
Yeah, exactly.
I had that writer's class.
Right. So yeah, where it'd be like, so I was starting to think to myself like, bro, like you need a creative outlet anyway. So the first time when I went on stage, I ain't had no jokes. I was like, all right, they ain't hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no jokes. So I was like, I'm gonna go home and write some jokes. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kill that shit.
Of course.
Got back, wrote some jokes, came back. Man, I only remember one of them and no one laughed. So that was the one that hurt my feelings. That was like, bro, this comedy shit ain't for me. I didn't do this shit again for another year. I didn't touch this. I was like, this is like, it was embarrassing. I was like, that shit was like, I was like, this ain't for me.
Now, the first time I went on stage, first time I ever went on stage, I was in the 6th grade. I was in middle school, and they was like talent show. Mm-hmm. And now, mind you, in middle school, that's what I think we invented roasting. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Hey, you from the city where they roast them too, bro.
We sit down there in the classroom roasting all class period, and the talent show came, and I had just seen Delirious. I had just seen Delirious that summer at my dad's house, and I was like, I'm finna do that. So I put on a suit because I saw.
Oh, for real? You put on a suit like a real comedian?
Yeah, like a real suit with a black tie. I only had a silver one. And it's because I saw Richard Pryor do one in a suit, and I saw Bill Cosby do one sitting in a chair.
That's
in a
hilarious.
Suit. So I put on a suit, and I went up there and tried to tell some jokes about, being a kid in the hood. But then I started imitating and roasting the teachers. That's when the crowd went crazy.
That's so funny. So is that your first dude that you was like, all right, I'm gonna imitate? Because I feel like comedians start out as an imitation of another comedian.
That's what we was doing in class.
Yeah,
Our
okay.
principal name was Mr. Van Lowe. Shout out Mr. Van Lowe. Rest in peace. I don't know if you're alive or not, but I think you did because you was old as hell in 87. This nigga used to talk like this with yourself. You're coming in my office. He used to blink and talk like this with yourself. Kurt. Yourself. So I'm 6th grade. What's yourself? And they hollering because this is the meanest nigga in the world.
Kurt, did you just give an RIP to a nigga that you was not entirely sure is dead?
I ain't trying to kill this nigga, but I think Mr. Van Lowe probably is dead. I don't know, man. I don't want to kill him, man, but he
Mr. Van Lowe, if you're alive, bro, please.
Fuck with you.
Please.
You gotta come fuck with me. I know you ain't got no hair on the top, Mr. Van Lowe, but we'll get you right.
We'll get you right.
Hell yeah, Hutch is 19, and they started calling me Kurt the Comedian. Kurt the Comedian, yeah. That's like everybody knew me. And I was like, cool, but then after that, you figure I'm 11 years old. And then after that, life got serious. You figure 11 is 85, 86 in Detroit, and life got real after that.
But so life getting real, though, that's the best material.
So I would go ahead and allow life to happen. Mm-hmm. God damn it, and I then went through, you figure from then, 20 years went by. I figured that was, if I was 10, 11, you know what I'm saying, 35 years went by. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And life, it was a great 35 years.
Yo, for sure.
A lot of wild shit, And so now, like, my brother started doing comedy back in, like, 2008.
For sure. He out this way or he in
out
New
in
Jersey
LA.
too? Oh, he out in LA. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm going to LA to do comedy. I said, dude, I was in the Navy. I said, do that shit, man. Do that shit. And so the whole time I was in the military, like, man, I ain't gonna fuck with comedy. I'm gonna let my brother get that. He gonna blow up and all that. Even though in my heart, I'm like, I want it, man.
Man, that's what I'm telling you. You got it. You
And
got
my
it.
brother was like, do that shit. And he's like, man, I say, nah, man, I got this going on. I say, man, you could do that shit. And again, you never thought about it. Plus, being in the military
Yeah.
make you a serious ass dude.
No, for sure. Like, this ain't no.
There ain't no jokes around here, nigga. This is real shit happening. It's like, come on, relax. So when I got out, when our time was up, I got out and started cutting and shit, and I wanted to get this going. But I've always been the livest motherfucker in the barbershop. You know.
Oh, that's a great training ground for comedy. Now, that's what I find. Is like everybody outside of being on stages get their own like training ground. Like, where'd you learn to do it? Some people the playground, some people it's the barbershop, some people it's just cutting up at work, some people it's jail. Like, it's so many different people that just learn to like a lot of their principles before they even knew they really wanted to do it.
So this what the fuck you going to Jamaica for? This this what you and your girls got to go to have y'all girls trip out to Jamaica so you can lay your ass up on the river and have somebody standing behind you washing your ass? Huh? That's what you needed a girls trip for? That's what my money paying for? I try to get in the shower with you to help wash your ass. You tell me to get out like I got a damn disease or something. But you come down here to Jamaica and you letting this motherfucker that done rigged up some sort of raft on a goddamn, on the river, and he just washing your ass. He done went and bought him a bottle of dishwashing liquid and squirted it down your crack of your ass, and you laying there like you in heaven. What kind of shit is that? This is what I'm spending my motherfucking money on? Is this what my motherfucking child support going? Talking about a goddamn BBL massage. I don't give a fuck what you call it. I tell you what, I'm washing all the ass in the house from here on out. I wash all the ass. God damn it. Giving my motherfucking money to this nigga. And he...
Old girl came up here and did an episode of Funny Mommy.
Oh yeah, that's like my mentor.
That's my girl, man. She said, Kurt, nigga, every customer is a set, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And so now I speak in sets.
Man, that's good, bro.
I speak in sets, and these 15-minute sets matter, and I really get it in, because but it's not, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you ain't on that stage looking at them people, you ain't doing, I can't say you ain't doing comedy, but that's the true test of comedy.
I feel like stand-up comedy, I think all comedy is valid, right? Because everyone got their challenges and everything got something that's easier about it. Stand-up though, what's dope about it is like all the pictures you gotta paint with your words and your body. You don't got no context to help you out. You don't got no costuming to help you out. You don't got nothing to help you out. You don't got no other co-star to build off of, to bounce off of. It's just you. And you gotta create the whole world. But you gotta create the whole world in like a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't got 30 minutes. You feel me? You don't got 30 minutes to do your thing. So you gotta really be able to like paint a picture.
Quick.
Yeah, real quick. So it's one of those things where it's like, but you know, that's some people's gift though. Just standing up, having that one-way conversation, and they find it difficult to do other things.
And the one thing I realized is that, and this is why I started doing a podcast like this, because this has always been my dream of a podcast. To be able to give motherfuckers a haircut and talk. When I do my first special, I'm gonna have somebody in the chair. We're gonna be roasting.
I love that.
You gonna be whoever gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to produce that, bro.
Because this is what we do. This is where I feel the most funny. This is where I get the confidence. Like, man, I be having the shop rolling. You know, I like this shit. And comedy is different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own choice of funny. It's just you don't have the luxury of catching everybody's vibe.
No, right.
That ain't enough time. So when I do this is a whole conversation, because there be some shit in here that's funny that I get in the comments that I don't even fucking know is funny.
Yeah, because it's like, we here saying crazy stuff, yo. Hey, but see, that's the other part that's so funny about like being a comic though, is like once you put it out, you really never know how people gonna receive it.
Right.
So I find that a lot of times it'd be like my favorite jokes or the thing that I think is the best part of the stuff sometimes I be like, bro, y'all wasn't messing with that. And then I say something off the wall that's like a throwaway. Like I ain't even really, I ain't put a lot of thought into it. And they'll be rolling on the ground. I be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you got rolling, so once you put it out there, you know, you never really know what's going to hit.
Now, one of the things I recognized at first, I remember I was at Blue Lagoon, and I was going on stage, and there been times I done got on stage, and I was sitting here looking at my notes, and then go on stage and forget that shit. Then one day I said, let me pull out my phone and look at my jokes, and they was rolling because I said that. Because I'm really getting up here thinking you gotta have, because again, that first couple of years, you're developing a foundation of entertainment. You gotta have some jokes.
Yeah, for sure.
Even in between your shit talking to the crowd, or even between your jokes, you're gonna be talking shit to the crowd, but you gotta have something.
Yeah, it's a show. Like, so the thing that I think is interesting is like, you know, you there to teach them something about a character that you made up that's based on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not really you, but it's a fictional dude that's based on your real life. And what I think is dope is like, it's a whole bunch of different ways to teach people about my character. So sometimes it could be my own stories where y'all wasn't there for.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be just me interacting with the crowd in the moment. You know what I'm saying? As my character, as my comedic person. You feel me? Like,
yeah, your comedic energy.
Yeah, so, you know, whatever it is that get the story across, whatever get the point across, they'll create, like, I'm trying to create a memory in y'all mind. Like,
and I have some really clever jokes. Sometimes you can, you know, your jokes can be a little too much for the crowd, or, you know, again, you need more time to make these jokes hit, or they have to know you more. I gotta know you to know your type of humor. Like, remember the dude that got on stage with us last week with the little fro?
Yeah, the little wild dude.
No, not that crazy motherfucker with 3 suits on. But the other dude that's actually a comic that be doing skits, but his comedy is real composed.
Who's talking about? Was he tall?
Yeah, the tall dude with the little fro.
Yeah, I know he's talking about. Yeah.
He got a lot of shit, but his shit ain't raw.
Right. He real calm with his energy.
And I'm like, that energy, you have to be able to catch that energy and understand how to feel that man's comedy. But the minute I saw his first comedy sketch on the internet, it was funny immediately.
Yeah.
Because I can understand dry humor.
Right. And so sometimes the stuff, like, the thing that's so interesting is, like, you know, a lot of this stuff is for the playback.
Name. No disrespect to that cat. When I find your name,
I think his name is Nate.
Okay, yeah, he cool. And he been doing comedy for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't never seen him up there. I'd seen him up there before, like on a Friday night.
Yeah. He didn't rock out with us a couple weeks.
Yeah. And we did Foursquare together.
Yeah.
But he's a funny comic, and his comedy is a little different.
And I think he a real actor too, bro.
Yeah, he might. It don't take much. All you gotta do is be in. I got the hook up too.
I think my man a real actor too.
I'm actually doing some filming. This cat's trying to put me in a Tubi movie. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck about an Oscar. I just want to be in a Tubi movie.
No, for sure, man.
I want to be in a Tubi movie with different color shirts on, same scene, different color shirts, different watch.
But see, man,
different car in the background.
But see, the thing is, so that's like, honestly, like, that's kind of what I kind of view as my lane. Like the Tubi joint. But I actually want to bring stuff there that ain't there already. You feel me? Like, I want to bring some Oscar worthy type right into Tubi. You feel me? Like, cause
all of his Oscar written. It's just the production and direction is where it shorts it.
Yeah, but
if you had different directors, you can get some of that shit off.
Yeah, but you know the thing. But I feel like the whole thing about it is, if the storytelling is right and the people there, the actors got the right direction, it don't matter.
There's
the rest
so
of the
many
stuff.
movies on Tubi that got all the comedians in it that we be with. We be with these dudes like, damn, they all in this one movie.
Yeah, and so my whole thing is like to get it organized. So that's that kind of lead me to like the cool part about what we cooking up. Like, without giving too much away, like, we about to be on that type of stuff. Like,
Control trauma.
Yeah, control trauma. Cause basically, like, I found a bunch of canvases to paint on. That's how I view y'all. You feel me? Like y'all.
Yeah, and I love control. I love improv. Improv to me, I had to get into that because, you know, I had to figure out a way to find my most embarrassing fear. Because that's what comedy is, getting over the fear of the worst thing that can happen when you go on stage. Man, I got on stage and I started doing my character. We did, was you there when we did the hot dog factory joint?
Which? Oh yeah, I was there. I was there.
That day I had to be a little kid in the store. I think
I
that did
remember
it for
that.
me.
Yeah, I remember that. And you did a set that night too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And that loosened me up.
Yeah, and it's so good to do once you do improv and then do your set. Like,
it's like
bruh,
it's
it's
like
like
a
you
warm-up.
warm up. You
Yeah,
warm.
it's like
You
warm
warm.
up. And we sitting there, and that shit was hilarious because they had the little kid in there, so they had to slow the cussing down for a minute until they got done eating.
Until they walked out.
But I still felt like, but at the end of the day, I don't believe you're supposed to go up there and give a fuck what the audience thinks so much. Because if you're trying to play to the audience, you could lose what you're doing.
Yeah,
I think that you should do what you're doing and let the audience catch it.
Yeah. You should teach the audience about what is else out there for them to like.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it is. Like, it's really like I said. You got to plan. You got to plan for what somebody like you would like. That's what I do. The stuff that I would want to see that I don't see enough of, or that I seen that I like. You feel me? That you can go
For
recreate
sure.
and you can go make. Like,
yes, because again, my comedy is coming from a perspective of a dude my age who's seen a lot of shit. It's like this lady on TV right now, and she got her own show. I want to say the girl name is Teresa. The older lady, she got a show on Netflix, and she be talking buku shit, but she really just an older black woman.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Man, what? The nigga that played, the dude that do the Chicago shit.
Lil
Chicago, not real, but the meanwhile in Chicago, the dreads and the real pink lips.
Yeah. They be like that. I forget his name, but he be like Chicago. Be like that's the captain on there. Yeah,
his mama, she funny as hell.
For real?
His mama, she be the chick on it. About the black mamas be like, and then she be doing shit. So.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Just taking your little thing and you blending it with whatever. So like, I think the dope part of it is also like stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? I also like different type of heroes, different type of villains, different type of whatever. Like, you know, and putting them in.
What would be your favorite role to play in a movie or series?
To play or to write?
To be.
All right, to be. If I got, all right, I can write anything. All right, so if I had to be in it,
because writing, you could just throw
Be
a
your
brick and hide
imagination.
your hand. You can
Yeah,
throw
for
up and
sure.
do this, and then you sit back. Somebody doing some wild shit. But what would you want to do?
what I want to do, man, I think I would want to be, like a bullied nerd. Like I want to be somebody.
A bullied nerd.
Like somebody that's coming in. Basically, I'm nice to everybody. I'm trying to be cool with everybody. But it's somebody out there that's just keep on messing with me. And I'm trying to figure out how to get him to leave me alone. Like, I try to be nice to this dude. I try to avoid this dude. I try to, you know what I'm saying, let him have whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, somebody who get bullied and then kind of find their voice at the end. That's how I want to, that's how a character that I want to be.
I could dig it.
Or somebody that get ran by a woman.
So you got to sit there and be like, yes, baby.
Yeah.
Come sit at your mama's house on Sunday.
She just awful, and everybody can see it but me. Everybody knows she's terrible except me. I'm the last to know. But I love her.
I like that.
I'm trying to save her.
I like that. I like a fucking. I'd be an uncle. You know
I like that.
I'd be a crazy ass uncle. Like your daddy ain't gonna tell you how to get pussy.
Yeah, I'll tell you though.
You got your mama. I remember the bit. You go in the hills. I remember when your daddy met that motherfucker. We was out looking for some hoes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. As I was making my way down here today, I was inspired by a word that I heard along the way. Amen. And it took me right to the scripture. It took me right to the scripture. Today's scripture comes from the book of Youngbloods. chapter 1, verse 4. And in the beginning, it starts off, I know you're waiting for daddy. Yeah, it won't be long, shorty. Be patient, because I'm coming to you. Amen. Riding dirty on 85, slow, taking it easy, because I don't want nothing to keep me from you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Riding dirty on 85. Boy, you get put over by them motherfucking police, boy, you gonna be there for a minute. It's gonna hold you up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Yes, sir.
You feel me? Like, and so the thing I think is so dope with people, one thing that I'm kind of learning, like, you know what I'm saying, from the improv thing and from just writing, is how funny you can be from being a straight man. You know what I'm saying? The guy that reacts to people being outrageous. So your uncle character, what makes your uncle character pop is somebody that's grounded in reality, reacted to how crazy you being.
The new game is the way, like, I'm from the old school, nigga. Y'all niggas do shit different around here.
Right.
That energy on everything.
Right. So that's the thing that's like just real interesting about the characters, is that some people see themselves as the outrageous person or the person that's got like some weird stuff going, and I think that's dope. And it's dope to blend it with somebody that's just like, all right, I'm just a regular dude and I got regular sense. So when you come in there acting crazy, how uncomfortable you making me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you the uncle, you the nephew that's trying to do shit the right way, and your uncle's like, let me tell you, you gotta get pussy.
Right, I don't want to be Mr. Brown.
Right.
I don't want to be that uncle, but I want to be like. But I mean, you know, I can play serious
Yeah.
roles. Because improv, although we goofy as shit sometimes,
It gets serious. Like,
it can be serious.
but the thing is, everybody gonna have an element of that.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? We cooking up stuff like, you gonna be in the movie, bro. Like, we already.
Yeah, we can film that.
We trying to have the screenplay done by the summer
and I
for
think
the
that's another
Control
thing.
movie.
We should do plays.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Tyler Perry started off writing plays, but we already got a squad of people that can
Put it on. Yeah. And those are easy to whip up, especially like when it's like improv. All you got to do is get the basic story beats.
And if we get enough of them episodes done, and again, what was, like, my man that do the Chicago shit we were just talking about, that ain't nothing but improv.
No, ain't nothing but improv. Right, yeah.
And he can go take, he got about 50, 60 episodes. He can go get a channel on fucking Roku.
Yeah, and just play them.
And play them shit. And again, that's what I'm looking at. If we start recording our Control Trauma episodes.
And put them out. Like, that's what I feel like.
On Roku, just get a Roku app and just put them all up there and share the Roku link to all that shit. Just keep putting it out there.
Because just by us having a weekly show, we do something different every week. We don't hardly ever use the same bits, ever.
No, we don't, because I think it's good work. And the one they did last week with the old girl in the school thing, that was very well written and very well done.
And that was all Lucy.
All Lucy. And then we got that's a great deal of talent we got, man. And we are young comics in a situation where we all coming up. So, and again, that's once you got a team like Adam Sandler's team, you know what I'm saying, the Wayans team, and those guys, same people from Hollywood Shuffle.
How, you know what I'm saying, how up Apatow was with, you know, Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, and he found all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were all his people.
The dude that just died that was in comedy that ran the projects. What's his name? Bald-headed dude.
Who? Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Like, he literally just died like within the last
he had
week
a
or
stroke
two.
about 2 weeks ago. I can't think of his name, but he was old. Damn, I I just met him a couple times when I went to the project.
Yeah, and perform there.
Yeah, rest in peace to that kid. I'm gonna try to find him and put a clip in there. So, cause he was, you know, when you in a comedy bit, as a matter of fact, he was running that comedy tour with Carlos Smith. He was out there running that tour.
Oh, with Carlos Miller and Fly.
Fly, D-Ray, Erica Dutchess. They had a video of them cats. Michael Blackson was there, Chico Bean. Yeah, I saw his video. He was part of the cats in the room while they was doing that. But man, we lost a lot of comedians.
Yeah, this year, bro.
Years,
yeah. That's who we lose last year. My man, what he say? He said Hot TT had so much ass. Little big dude. He from like LA, I think.
Oh yeah, my nigga, Cheeked Up.
Yeah, Cheeked Up Tuesday night, we lost him, bro.
Teddy Ray.
Yeah, he hilarious, bro.
Teddy Ray, man. My brother is out there kicking with all them LA comics. So
yeah, bro, like for real, we need to go out there.
Yeah, we need to go out there, man. Now, what I also believe about Controlled Trauma, that's a comedy tour. If our comedy tour is set up where we come out as a group and introduce Controlled Trauma, then we do a skit, we do an intro, then we do a skit, then we do a comedian. Then we do another skit, then we do another comedian, another skit, another comedian, or like, you know, in between.
Yeah, and that's what everybody said. Yeah, so the thing is, what'll be dope is it's kind of what our, you know what I'm saying, plan is that we gotta get Controlled Trauma branded digitally. So in addition to what we do on stage, that's gonna be the jumping off point of a lot of other stuff, like, you know what I'm saying,
So
tangible product under the brand.
Now your page, you were taking clips and over talking them, explaining them, and talking about them and stuff. You still do that?
Yeah, for sure.
And what is your Instagram page for the people out there?
Man, Kendall_Devon, DAVOND. So Kendall_D, I'll pop right up. I'm the second most.
I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna make sure we got a clip of him in there with his conversations and stuff.
What's up, everybody? This Kendall, screenwriter and comedian. So I make a lot of stuff, man. I'm involved with a lot of stuff, and I get to watch it back. And when I get to watch it back, I have the craziest thoughts about some of the stuff that I've made, some of the stuff I'll be a part of. So I decided I'm gonna just start sharing it with y'all, sharing what I do and sharing what I think about it.
At the QT. Yes, sir. All hot dogs will be on the warmer by 6 a.m. Every day.
By 6 a.m., sir. I will have all those hot dogs warm, sir.
Coffee will be made.
Coffee will be brewed, sir.
At 1 a.m.
1 a.m., sir.
Get the crust out your eye, private.
I got it out, sir.
And if he say he won 20 on 3 and 4 lottery tickets, you tell him, fuck you, nigga. Go to Chevron.
Sir, yes, sir.
Hey, so the dude in the hat, man, that's Iceberg Shrimp, man. He came on stage acting like he was a drill sergeant running the QT. It was supposed to be our fucking first day. The hardest thing about doing shit with him is trying not to laugh because he says the dumbest shit on stage.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be wanting people to miss. Yeah. You know, the thing is so funny is like comedy is so fun, but it's actually a craft that a lot of people don't know what go into the craft.
And it's quick if you don't pay attention.
So a lot of times, you know, from a comedy perspective, I see so much stuff sometimes that, you know, sometimes you ain't in the mood to laugh.
Or you ain't in the mood to catch.
Yeah. So for me, everything ain't about funny to me.
Rolling on the floor. Every joke ain't rolling on the floor.
That I really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, y'all timing, the fact that you was clever, the fact that you
even came up with that shit.
Yeah, that you even came up with it. So a lot of times I'll be like, oh, that would be funny. Like if I was in the mood to, it's the craft of it that I could always see whether or not, because sometimes it might be a situation where it's like, I don't relate to you, so your story don't resonate with me, but I'd be like, that's a good joke.
What's your favorite improvisation TV show?
My favorite?
Now, let me define that.
Okay, yeah.
Mike, I'm going to give you a couple of mine.
Okay.
The show The Rock.
Okay.
With Rock Emerson.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Rocky Carroll.
Yeah.
Those were, they had live studio audiences.
Yeah, for sure.
They were live.
Yeah.
Martin.
Okay, yeah.
75% of that shit was live.
Okay, so Martin is the best, is the funniest body of work I've ever seen.
And after
So,
watching Martin, I'm gonna tell you, I watch Martin I sleep to Martin.
that's me
So
too.
all night long. It's always either Martin or Wayans Brothers. Wayans Brothers was live too. Them dudes tell they I'm looking at it like Martin is more of an actor with his face. He's all this is happening on deck. He's trying not to laugh. The shit with him and Pam. Some of that stuff's written. A lot of that stuff is improv. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. It's the bit. So the thing
Yeah.
is, the writer's part of it is the situation. That's what the writer creates. The writer creates the situation for you to be in,
Now,
and the
reality
writer
TV
moves the plot.
Reality TV is a bit different. Reality TV is gonna say we're gonna put y'all over here, and
Yeah,
the bitch
and-
gonna come in that you don't like, start some shit.
Go,
Now,
yeah.
Is that improvisation?
Kind of. If it's, you know what I'm saying? Because I think the thing is like,
Hidden under reality TV?
yeah, it's
Or no,
hidden
this
under
is
it's hidden under reality TV because I think that without having never been under the scenes of reality TV, I don't know how much though that conflict is real. Like, you feel me? Like, so I don't know if it's a situation where you really do not like that girl and they just happen to put two people who don't like each other in the same room. You feel me? So that's different than improv because it's like,
Because I said when I first started watching that shit, I was like, reality TV is a way to get rid of writers.
for sure.
We just gonna motherfucking put two people in front of there, sprinkle some money in the hood, and turn the cameras on and just watch it happen. So we gonna give y'all some money, put y'all in a situation, and go. You know what I'm saying?
And it's honestly it's very similar to improv though. You put two, except I feel like,
So are there writers' credits on reality shows?
oh yeah, definitely.
So the writers basically, after this is done, everything that you said in that scene is considered what you wrote.
Not
Or
really. Not so.
me
Not
putting
not the
you
same.
in this situation is the writing part.
That's the writing part. That is like the person that's like, all right,
Me putting you in this room, giving you some coffee, and telling Sharon's nasty ass to walk up in this bitch is the writing part.
is the
of it.
writing part of it. Is
And
that
now-
basically that's the craft part of it. Now I'll say this, you know, with Real Housewives and all of them and the shit they be talking to each other, that's improv. Like, you feel me? Like, so it don't.
Is it improv or is it writing?
So I don't think they write that shit for them.
But I'm just saying, like when you go tell a nigga a joke to say, that's writing.
That's writing for sure.
But if you go in there and you do a scene on a show, is that considered being a written scene? Will they say it's written, or will they not give you a writer's credit for it because we don't want to give you a writer's credit on this TV show?
So they not gonna give them, like, if Nene Leakes say something on there, she not gonna get no writings credit for that.
Because that'll be more checks.
Yeah, that'll be
bigger
right.
check.
Exactly. So really, they just got different titles for the people that's writing on the show.
Yeah, are
they
they
call
getting
them more
fucked
producers.
over?
Nah, I would.
Is that taken away from? Because again, this is just you being mad at a bitch that you don't like. So this ain't because you ain't saying no clever shit.
Yeah. So I think, are they getting fucked over? I would say no.
'Cause they getting a check.
They getting a check and they paying for the personality.
And ain't nobody taking those lines and reusing them.
Right, and ain't nobody taking those lines and reusing them nowhere. Like, they do come together, cause I'm all about how people mind work.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
Where that come from?
So like Nene Leakes be saying some clever shit when she be talking shit to people. You feel me? Like, she be saying some shit that be
She
like,
be mimicking her auntie.
yeah, or when she roasting, you know what I'm saying? But she roasting like that girl, you know, she gave it to her verbally, you feel me? But I feel like it still takes somebody to harness it and put some structure to it, because Nene is a star.
I think the fucking right outside of the comedy club conversations.
Be wild.
It's a
And if-
movie.
Yeah, for sure. If you could
It's
capture
definitely
those,
yes.
if
man,
you was
what?
willing to capture that, because this
And every comedy club got that conversation. I go to Cats on Tuesday not because I'm gonna get on stage every time, but it's 45 motherfuckers out there,
and they just having
and they all evil geniuses.
yeah. And so the thing is, what the producer or the director come and does to it, because people do want to watch stuff that's unscripted, but people don't want to watch stuff that don't.
They don't want the drop parts of it.
Not even saying the drop parts of it, but people want to be organized in what they watching. So like Cops, that's reality, right?
Right.
But
the structure
but
is
the
we're
person,
on the way to this house for this call.
exactly, the
and watch how we do this.
person who put the structure in it and was like, all right, we're gonna narrate it in this way, this is, you see what I'm saying? It
The director.
organizes what you watching rather than just being dropped in one day and be like, what am I watching? Why are these cops here? What are they about to do? Like, so yeah, when you produce a reality TV, really what you coming up with is the framework to make the shit make sense and organize it so that the audience knows what they're watching. Mm-hmm. That's the producer part of it. That's the director part of it. Just to be like, instead of just flicking the camera on and seeing a random dude
Get locked up.
yeah,
Well, you got to get that frame. We just lady just called us. Said
Right.
he did and they didn't call us. And he didn't hit 2 people across the street. And goddamn, we finna go over there and take his ass to jail. And then the story is not necessarily based upon the criminal. It's based upon the police officer.
Right.
The criminal creates the scene because we're reacting to what this crazy motherfucker's about to do when we pull up, what we see. So my behavior is based upon what this dude is doing. He's laying in the middle of the street naked. Now we got this is where the story takes place. This is where everybody locks in at.
Yeah, and so I think that's the most interesting part. Is like, because at the end of the day, that's what human beings are. Like, we just a collection of stories, and a story is just a series of events with a point to it.
Right.
And that's what the director does at a reality TV, is that he takes this random conversation that be happening outside of the comedy club and gives it a point. You see what I'm saying? That's like, the point of watching these dudes is that you watching conversations with comics, and you take out the parts, and then you try to build a narrative around what is, you know what I'm saying, like a random conversation.
Okay.
So that's, to me, the craft of reality TV, is taking random real events and stringing them together into some sort of narrative or point. Turning this into a real conflict that you really want to see how it resolves itself, or turning it into a real production that got a beginning, middle, and end to it. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
hold your head back from me. Let me tighten this up. But so I definitely get that part of it. Now, I like I think like one of my favorite improv shows, and I think it was improv or live audience, is Archie Bunker.
mm-hmm.
Do you remember Archie Bunker?
Yeah, Archie Bunker might be a little bit before me, but I heard that.
Okay, he's an old white dude that sits on the it was really written to talk shit about the government and the racial treatment, because they had George Jefferson to come on there and do a scene, and he'll argue with him. Archie Bunker was like he wasn't a bigot. He was a white dude that liked the olden days. I like the black guys. You guys got your hustle on and shit, and you're getting but he's not really a racist dude. Well, I thought you black guys like chicken.
He got blind spots. Like, he got.
And again, it wasn't always funny, but it was hilarious to know that this man had that in him. Carol Burnett show. I used to watch Carol Burnett.
Yeah, that's a model though. That's kind of what
Tracy Ullman show that came on after Living Color.
And that's where The Simpsons came out.
That's when The Simpsons came out.
Yeah. On Tracy Ullman show. So it's like these dope ass little things. Like, you really,
what won't you do for the joke?
What won't I do for the joke? When I'm really getting on people or the object of I always want to make a joke that's gonna make the butt of the joke laugh. So if I'm making a joke about fat people, I want to make a joke that's fat people gonna laugh at. You feel me?
For sure.
So I try not to make anybody the
But
yeah, like, you
yourself.
feel me? Like, other than myself. Like, I try not to leave with no energy. I don't want nobody, and of course, everybody got their own sensitivity, so you can't really always worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to make the person, if I'm talking shit about this type of person, I'm hoping that the type of person feels seen by what I'm saying.
Or
Like,
at least I let him kick my ass at the end of the
yeah,
story.
at least we can see, we can fight about it at the end. So yeah, so what I won't do for the joke, and I'm also not gonna pander. Like, I want to challenge everybody. I want to challenge everybody to think about, like, I'm not gonna just give you what you want. Like, give you something safe. Like, I want to make everybody uncomfortable a little bit. Like, I want to make everybody feel some heat a little bit. So what I won't do for the joke is I'm not going to just say the like safe thing. Like I'm gonna try to push it just a little bit.
But what if the joke requires you to put on a dress?
I put on a dress, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
would you play a gay role in a movie for, you know? I mean, now when you play a gay role in a movie, you can be a gay extra. I'm at a gay bar dancing, or you could be the gay dude tongue kissing another dude. They're
that's
gay
it.
roles.
I'm gonna see if they can CGI me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Was it Avatar green screen? Because I don't know if I can do that.
But then you gotta think like the Wayans brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Them playing girls and white chicks is
was
not
funny.
The same. That's for their brother.
Yeah.
That's not for the old white man. I want to let
Yeah.
you want to get on. You gonna have to play the
Nah,
kid.
yeah, right. So the
It's your
thing is,
brother.
yeah. So the thing for me is, do I see the direction? Do I see the craft? So to me, it's all about the craft. If all of the funny comes from putting me in a dress,
Yeah.
then I don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not creative. You
It's
feel
not
me?
creative.
That's
It's
not.
actually just, to me, it's.
I'm not a clown. You feel me?
I'm not a fucking clown.
Like it's
I'm a comedian.
I'm a comedian, but I'm not a clown. Like
Now, what's the clown line? Because the dress ain't the clown line. The clown line is.
So the thing about a clown, right? A clown ain't clever. He just put on makeup
goofy as fuck.
and dance around. Like he's a performer, but he's not thinking, I guess. Like
He's not being clever.
right. And so for me,
stuff.
if you just like put me in a dress and that's the joke, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where it's like you need to play a black woman and there's black women around here and we could get them to play this, it don't make sense. But if there is some sort of interesting commentary,
Like Medea.
right? If there is
Medea's little sister. You wear it. Like the nigga that played the youngin on Big Mama's house.
yes, you feel me? Like, and so if there is some sort of commentary to be made by me putting a dress
That's
on,
Brandon T. Jackson. No disrespect, Brandon
Yeah.
T. Jackson. You're a young blood from Detroit. Your daddy owned a comedy club down in L.A. You did a great job, and I know that shit fucked with you too, cause he had a whole episode about that.
oh, for real, you talked about putting a dress
He
on.
had an episode about because
he did Big Mama House, the new generation.
Yeah,
or
he was
some
like,
shit,
man, everybody saying I shouldn't have wore that. That nigga conscious now.
Right. Yeah. So to me, it's about the craft for the art. Like if I could stand by, it's like, nah, this is what I was trying to say when I did that. This is what I was trying to do when I did that. This is
Right, I feel you.
This is why I did it. You know what I'm saying? Not somebody just like, okay, it'll be funny to put you in a dress.
Like Dave Chappelle said when he was on the movie with Martin, when he was getting let out of jail. Remember the movie he did?
Blue Street.
He was like, they wanted me to put a dress on. I'm like, why? I ain't gotta be in a dress.
Right,
to
there's
do
no
that scene.
point in it. Yeah, so it's gotta be a point to and it's same way with acting, like, you know what I'm saying, being like, you know what I'm saying, a flamboyantly gay character.
Right, Wesley Snipes and Vin Rames, two of my favorite actors.
But see, there was points to it. Like when they did it, I felt like there was a creative, like Ving Rhames' character in was it Tu Wong Fu?
No, yeah, that one, but his character in Chuck and Larry, the
Oh,
gay
yeah,
firefighter,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you got Holiday Heart.
Yeah,
It's a
right,
comedy
Holiday
the whole
Heart,
time.
right. And so those movies, there was a
But then his part in Pulp Fiction at the end.
well, that was wild. That was so again. So sometimes some stuff be gratuitous, and I don't be knowing what the point of it is.
Why do
It's
do you think he had to take? I mean, because in that role, it's like when at the end, and again, this is just a question about acting. At the end of Pulp Fiction, this nigga had a ball in his mouth with the strap around his head, and they was fucking him in the ass while the other dude stood there and watched him.
Yeah.
And he turned around with the ball in his mouth. Like, is that one of them scenes that they didn't have to have? But
They
then
didn't have
again,
to do. So
this is what happened when we stopped him from fighting. You got away. We gonna take him downstairs and have fun with him. He gonna come back and say today this is how he get free from the debt that he owes.
yeah, right. And it's that we had to do it that way. So I think sometimes, to me, it ain't one of those things where I be like, right or wrong, right? To me, it just be like the why of you. If you creatively felt like,
But Vin Rames is a whole different nigga though.
yeah, for sure.
Vin Rames is a whole different nigga. I mean, he might have been an ex-con. He might have been a killer again. Because we don't know who the fuck Vin Rames was before Pulp Fiction. We just know this nigga showed up with a bunch of scars. Big as fuck, scary looking motherfucker.
very scary looking person. And so
yeah, ain't no
and
telling
so
what
even
he was before that.
and I know even like not even to even, you know what I'm saying, think about it too deeply. I know I'm from the South, right? And I remember when I used to listen to like Tupac and them, like all the way from the South. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, yo, like, niggas from LA, bro, this some great shit, bro. Cause they always, like, when there was beef, they always talk about, like, raping and broomstick and all that. And I was like, yo, what is this?
It's jailhouse trauma.
Yeah, I was like, they talk crazy out there. And so I think when you come from that, or you seen that, it might resonate with you artistically in a way that might be like, all right, this do add a layer to the story. This do add some grit to the story. And somebody got to be willing to play that. Like, you feel me? If it adds something. So to me, it's about, do this add something to the story, or is it just gratuitous, shock value?
I fuck with Tarantino. Okay? I fuck with Tarantino. Tarantino be walking that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, because now that's what I got a bigger problem with. That sometimes I'll be like, okay, but
cool.
why you gotta say the N-word? Like, because that's the biggest of all the things I got a problem with in Pulp Fiction. It's that scene where he's just saying the N-word for no reason. It's like, it don't add nothing to the character. It don't add nothing
But
to.
you got them fucking Confederate flag flying crackers that always say nigga, 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 nigga,
Bro,
nigga.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you
Like
what you
Django.
want.
Leonardo DiCaprio, did he get an Oscar for that shit?
Yeah, so it makes sense for Leo because
this is where we at.
we are, you know what I'm saying, you a
This is what we
slave
doing.
owner, so I get why. But you was just a regular dude, bro. Like, you just was saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know
Nigga,
why.
this 1992.
Yeah, like, fam, what is this? Like, you feel me? I was like, I don't understand this scene. Like,
But to me, I understand that there are several white dudes that still, you know, for political sake, we ain't gonna say nigga in public, but that's a nigga. And they teaching their kids. So when the kids go to elementary school bringing that damn drama with them, you know they learn that shit from home. But Tarantino's been edgy. He didn't say a lot of nigga in the one from Dusk Till Dawn.
nah, he ain't say
That
shit.
was some vampire
Yeah.
But I think to get caught by in order for them niggas to fuck Ben Rames in the ass, they had to be some goddamn Confederate flag. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the word nigga was collateral damage to show that this is how these hillbilly motherfuckers are. Because he didn't make them look good. They fucking somebody in the ass. They raping the motherfucker because of a beef. And it really wasn't no beef with them. We just got us when we can fuck.
We just some sickos. Like,
We
you feel
just got
me?
us one, like, oh, okay. But I mean, is that a shot at saying that these Confederate flag dudes, they like to do that shit?
Yeah, they saying they some
necessarily
sick.
teasing
Yeah,
niggas.
nah, they sick. The people who look worse than this is the people who
That was actually doing that.
Yeah.
Ben Rames like, nigga, y'all don't even know me. Though.
Right.
Yeah, that. And again, I respect Tarantino and I like his work, man. He got Django, he got Dusk Till Dawn, he got Pulp Fiction.
Jackie Brown. That's people don't talk enough about that movie, bro. Jackie Brown is
classic shit, bro.
Jackie Brown. That's a good ass
Nigga,
movie,
Robert
man.
De Niro had to shoot that bitch.
Right,
Listen.
bro. He just
Listen,
snapped.
don't say nothing else to me.
Yeah, he does what he said.
Listen,
And
shut
she
the fuck
shot.
up.
He shot her dead. And then
My favorite scene is when he finna get some pussy from the old bitch and she was singing to him.
like what? Nah, my favorite scene is with Chris Tucker, bro. Like, when he was talking about get your ass in that trunk.
He said, man, what I gotta do? Just get in back.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I ain't got a problem with spending money to get motherfuckers out of jail. But you don't see me complaining. This nigga.
Say, really, bro. Like, he's
He
fucking
said,
brilliant.
nigga, and that nigga didn't do nothing but drive around the corner.
Right, and came back and shot his ass. But imagine though, having access to that type of talent to make your shit go. Cause that film ain't the same film
Without that, it's a lot of shit. That film let Chris Tucker do that 5 minutes with Beaumont and that motherfucker was good. And Chris Tucker energy in that movie and Money Talks is what make that movie.
but what make that movie. And kind of having that rapport of being like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I use the same dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure that after he worked with him the first time, Samuel L.,
Oh yeah.
that's your muse now. Like, you feel me? Like, I write stuff for Samuel L. to be in. Like,
And Samuel Jackson can do any role. I don't give a fuck. Listen, Sam Jackson, we're not judging you for Steven.
right, but you
did that
but
shit,
but imagine though, because I hate Steven.
Wait,
Like,
no. Okay, yes, we hate a nigga like Steven.
right, that's what I'm
you
saying.
gotta love
the
Sam
performance.
Jackson.
The performance is so good that it's like you making me hate him.
Is
Like you
that
making
Sam
me hate
Jackson
you.
lip, or did they put a lip on that nigga too?
Oh no. But they gave him an Uncle Tom lip.
What? And then that nigga was at the end. My favorite scene of Django is at the end. After Jamie Foxx standing up top, he just shot everybody and shit.
Yeah.
And Steven standing over there. And he take his motherfucking stick and put it down. He walk off. I count 6 shots, nigga.
Yeah.
And Jamie Foxx pull out a gun. I count 2 guns, nigga.
Bow. Killed his
I
ass.
count 2 guns, nigga. I said, I ain't never heard that. But that's the fact. That was a funny line because the look on his face after that
was like, I count 6 shots. Yeah.
man, that whole scene, they gonna kill you, nigga. This candy line, nigga. Like Sam Jackson deserved an Oscar because he went there.
Yeah,
bro.
he went there like.
The only other house nigga that played the role better than Sam Jackson was the light-skinned dude that played Huey P. Newton on the Harriet Tubman movie.
I'm trying to think about.
Did you see the Harriet Tubman movie?
I did.
Remember when they got to the water
Yes.
and she was like, "Come on," and the black dude, "Where the fuck y'all going? What's wrong with what we got here?"
You ever watch Underground?
I didn't watch Underground. That's a whole.
Cause
all
it's a
the slave
dude. It's a
movies-
dude with a scar on his face, bro. That's an Uncle Tom ass nigga too, bro. Like,
And the thing about one thing about these horror movies, white folks' horror flicks is being out in the woods doing white people shit, getting cut up by a serial killer, a white boy serial killer. Black people horror flicks is fucking racist movies like Rosewood, Time to Kill, goddamn.
them shits is real and they
Cause that
triggering.
shit, that's real shit. Like nigga, we gotta work. I watched Rosewood for the first time, and like when it came out, like '99 maybe.
I watched that in school, bro.
And I'm like, damn.
Our teacher played Rosewood in school, fam.
Nigga, okay, and that's, that's like I said, that's a horror flick for a black man.
That's
and
real.
another
That's
one
like
is
the wildest
Roots.
shit. Oh yeah, Roots was a
We
wild
used
shit
to have,
too.
now I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Now in the 80s, it was all niggas in Detroit. It wasn't no
Mm-hmm.
white folk. I didn't have no white classmates. I ain't had no white teachers. It was all black people in the 80s in Detroit. But they made us watch Roots every year.
Bro, you got to like because I
But
think
is that reminding, or are they trying to teach you something? Because it's like, what are you showing me this for? Because
Nah,
ain't none of
you-
this happening today.
yeah, but you gotta watch. The only thing, because I gotta had a niece, man, and she came home and she had just learned about slavery from school or whatever, and they talked about Harriet Tubman. And so you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's like sanitized and they ain't really getting into the nitty gritty of it. And so she come home talking about her and her friends thought Harriet Tubman was so cool that they started playing slaves after during recess.
Like playing slaves, like
Literally, like they pretending like they slaves on the Underground Railroad. And so I think the reason that Roots was so interesting, or you know, at some point, kids gotta watch it, is because you don't learn really about the way it's taught in school. You're not really learning the brutality of it.
You're not
So
learning the
you're not
brutality
really learning like,
now, again, there's a couple questions that came up. But first of all, Alex Haley did not write that. That is not his family. It was a white man that wrote that. And he came to Alex Haley and said, I want you to take this book and put it out. And we'll let you call it Alex Haley. White, because some people will argue that ain't real. That didn't even happen. But the fact that they show you every day is more of a programming to the behavior. Like, nah, this what it was. So white people looking like, damn, that's the power we used to have. And black people like, oh, that's how we supposed to behave. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's more of a, that's why I looked at it in Detroit. Why are y'all showing us this shit? Like when we used to pull in the ports in the military, nigga. Everywhere we pulled in, this is, we pulled into Barcelona, Spain. This is the HIV capital of Spain. Pulled into Greece. This is the HIV capital. We put in Rhodes, Greece. This is the HIV capital of Rhodes, Greece. Pull into Anatolia, Turkey. This is the HIV capital of Anatolia,
oh, they
Turkey.
trying to make sure y'all,
And we're
yeah.
like, nigga, why y'all keep pulling us into the HIV capital?
Right, what y'all trying to get to us, yeah.
You know, and it's more so just to be like, yo, stop, don't be out here trying to
Fuck around,
everything.
yeah.
Because you gotta imagine how many Navy dudes came back with HIV,
Right.
diseases, and babies. But I think it was programming because in Detroit it was a pro-black city. All black people, a lot of drug dealers and gangsters. The white folks have gave Detroit back, like y'all can have it. They was like, and they disappeared. They left Detroit, and you know, and Detroit was all black in the '60s, and they started cutting jobs and stuff. But I never grew up in a racist environment in Detroit. I never even experienced it, but I might have been years after. I might have been a part of the, like, Atlanta was probably a racist ass place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then they gave it to niggas.
Anytime black. That's the unique part about places like Detroit, Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Where black people, Chicago, where black people was able to have so much influence on the city, like, and actually kind of mold it to, you know. I know, just like I said, politically, I don't know how that happened. Where, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have just like your own major city that we control, because that don't happen everywhere.
The thing about Detroit, when they were coming down here to recruit people from sharecropping to come up to Detroit to work in the auto plants to get away from the robbery that was sharecropping, niggas was like, man, I ain't going up there. That's another plant. Or, you know, because of your lineage of being down here with the sharecropper, where your mama here, your grandfather and grandparents here, I can't leave my family to go up there. And it kept a lot of people down here. But everybody came from somewhere in the South. Chicago, a lot of people from Chicago went straight up 55 from Mississippi. You know, Detroit is Alabama, Georgia.
The great migration. Right.
So, and it's like, it's back and forth. So you leave sharecropping to go up to the Midwest. Your grandmother go up there, she do a couple generations. Now the Midwest get out of pocket. Now niggas all moving back down to Georgia. And everybody.
St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? That's out there too. Naptown.
So I think that also, getting back to controlled trauma, once we get that popping and we start touring, because again, man, it's here, it's working. We just got to continue to build on it. Man. Everything requires a builder. And we got a lot of connections and people that's paying attention. And all we really got to do is take a tripod and put that camera right in front of the stage and then do some editing and make it a real thing. You know, I dig it, man. And to me, it's working out for comedy, man. It helped me it helped me come out of that bubble of being a former military dude with that seriousness. Relax, man. Don't take yourself so serious. Be funny. Be in a moment. And I'm silly as a motherfucker. I've been a silly nigga forever. I did comedy in the 6th grade. It's been like, once you get on stage and you do a comedy, for the rest of your life, you speak in punchlines.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't give a fuck how long it is. You gonna speak in punchlines.
It's a skill that'll never leave you, bro. Like, it's in you. Like,
and you just have to have the nerve to get up there and do it. Like,
that's really what it is, and the nerve to be free, like to be free while you do it. Like,
did you have any embarrassing moments on stage?
I'm trying to think, like, have I had any moment that was like truly?
Because I don't believe you can't embarrass me. Okay?
Nah,
we can do this in front of the president, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
That's what. Because honestly, what keeps you crazy is like comedy. Once you're a comic, is like us and them.
Period.
And so once you be kind of in front of your peers, and your peers know what time it is, and your peers kind of know what you're trying to do, you really don't worry too much about the crowd. And so that's kind of been the most beautiful part about being in controlled trauma. Is like everywhere I go in the city, it's like we kind of like a secret club, like a secret game. So I ain't never. The end of that of being embarrassed is over with. Like, you feel me? Because I always kind of got gang or family with me almost everywhere I go.
But we everywhere though. Every club you go do comedy, one of us is in the building.
One of us is in the building. So it ain't. One of us is on the show. One of us is hosting the show. Like.
And we all support each other's runs because this is our generation. This is all the same generation in comedy. So as we grow up, when I do a movie, I'm coming to get y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I already know what y'all can do.
And that's the same way with the cast. Like when this shit is up, it's like it's gonna be casted with people from controlled trauma. Like it's weird because it's like. We not on no gang shit, but it's really on some gang shit. Like it's like everybody,
because everybody got their team. You know, and I'm not calling out anybody's names specifically from other.
Yeah, but you know who run with who run with who, and you know that that the first opportunity gonna come from them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like,
but we got our gang too, though. Like you know what I'm saying, our gang doing big things, like.
And I think our production should be more, like there should be a controlled trauma comedy night.
Oh yeah, for sure.
where we come on there and everybody from the group, we might do
Just
a set
to-
of 4 square.
Yeah.
We might do a set of we might do a set of customer service or
Yeah,
what's the
freeze.
one?
You know what I'm saying?
Just to warm us up. Mm-hmm. Was you with us when we went to Dash Garage?
Yep.
That was great.
Bro, we went stupid. We went stupid.
And that was almost like coming out of practice, going to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 2 people that went on before us,
Oh, they was nuts. They were
did
great.
20 characters.
They were great.
And it was like,
And at first, I ain't gonna lie. When we first did that, when I first seen them,
yeah.
I was like, damn, that's crazy what they
crazy.
doing. They're so different than what we do.
But it's still the same.
But what we do is so different from what they do.
And they enjoyed
And they
us.
loved it. And so that was the part I think was the craziest part. Because I while they was doing that, I was like, yeah, it seemed like the type of shit. I was feeling it too. But I was like, yeah, this seemed like this type of stuff y'all love. I don't know y'all gonna get what we do. Man, and then when we hit that stage and they was really responding to all our energy, and we ain't changed nothing for them.
No,
Like we ain't cater our show to them at all.
It was like everybody's shot was hitting.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
knew,
Yeah,
'cause, like-
but everybody was locked in then. Like, we experiment a lot. We play around a lot. We have a lot of fun.
And we get complacent. So I wouldn't say complacent.
But you know, we
just so comfortable.
We
there.
comfortable. Like we comfortable, and a lot of times, like that is the training ground to do something different, do something outside your comfort zone. But
Hell
that
yeah.
night, we was all locked in. It was real serious. Like it was fun, but it was serious. Like
It was stone groove.
we were playing, but we wasn't playing. Like
Dead ass. But this is what it was almost like. We've been practicing these plays.
yeah, and we
get
got
in the game with it, but we've been practicing in front of the same defense.
right. And so when we got in there, it was just whatever. And they was like I said, they was really feeling it. And I was like, that was a cool moment because it was like, oh yeah, we belong. Like that was like you don't know sometimes when you in a bubble. Like we in our own little comfortable uptown bubble, and then we completely outside ourselves on that. You know what I'm saying? During
And we
that,
finally got a chance to see what we were doing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is how we stood up against the rest of the peers. Because those were our peers.
that was our peers, and it was dope because it was also like a learning experience because I was like, oh, y'all got this thing that works for y'all that we don't do over this way, but we can take that, blend it with what we do, and now we got like a whole different, you know what I'm saying, thing. So it was real dope how they, like, you know, the first 2, I was like, yo, how 2 people be on stage and be that engaging for like 20 minutes, that
How
shit was
long
crazy.
you think they practiced that shit?
A million times. There was a couple. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And when we do our Sunday, that's practice.
That's practice, yeah, for sure. So yeah, we practicing for something bigger than what it is on Sundays. Our Sundays it's still funny though. Like we still get busy. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
need to get on stage every time we do a controlled trauma. I need to get on stage in between it because again, that's a night of comedy. Because I mean, and I definitely probably need to stay for the open mic after.
but Sunset Sundays we take it too long sometimes.
do.
But I like it. I rock with it.
And Sunday be like my early day in life.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I feel that. But if you can get on stage early, the crowd be nice and warmed up.
Yeah, and you got to do comedy, man. You got to do, if you're doing it, you got to do it. I can't
Shout out to
stop.
Sunset Sundays, by the way.
Shout out to Sunset
Everybody
Sundays.
just,
Where
it's
be-
popular.
Where you be during the week? Tell these people where they can see you at during the
Man.
week. How many spots in Atlanta? You
Man,
got Grand
all
Fume.
right. Grand
who
Fume,
was that?
that's Wednesday. That's Destiny.
Okay, Destiny. You got Monday. What's Monday night? Good night for Monday.
I don't even know who got something going on Monday. But Tuesday, the Tickle Me Tuesday, that's Thank You Chris, another member of Control Trauma.
That's where he at.
He just opened up his new spot at the City Hookah Lounge. I'ma be there
Where's
this
that at?
Tuesday. It's somewhere in
be
the
there
city.
too.
Yeah, it's all. I want to say out Marlin, but it's in the city though. Yeah,
okay.
in the city.
Tuesday is good. Then you got Cats on Tuesday.
Then you
which
got
to me
Cats on
is
Tuesdays.
It's a networking location.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody gonna pull up. And you'd be surprised. See, there been times when I go to Cats and be posted up ready to go on, and then T.I. pull up. Then LeVar Walker will pull up. And then Roddy Perry will pull up.
Oh, yeah,
And
Cats
Marvin
was
Hunter
jumping.
pull
Yeah,
up. So
Cats
you
was
figure
jumping.
that's 30 minutes. That's everybody gonna do their time.
Right,
So
right,
you got
right.
20 comedians trying to get on, and then 3 superstars pull up. They're gonna take 15 minutes apiece. It's like, all right, well, right after that, we're finna head over to Projects.
Yup. Oh yeah,
Catch that
projects.
late night.
Yeah, projects be jumping Monticello on Thursdays,
Monticello.
and then of course got Uptown on Saturday,
Wednesday.
late night. Wednesday, Grand Fume.
Grand
That's
Fume.
Destiny, another member of Control Trauma. One of my favorite members of Control Trauma.
Wednesday. Hey, was K-Dub on Wednesday at Blue Lagoon? Trap City Cafe is on Wednesday.
I think Kelly Kell's on Monday at Uptown.
Tuesday is also Azul over off 138 in Conyers. I'll be catching that on Tuesday. That's the only thing on this side of town. Now, we're in the Stonecrest area, and there's about 6 restaurants and locations that could use a comedy night.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they got the Black Wall Street up there.
Yeah.
And they got a big ass. That's where I'm gonna do my special at the Black
Oh,
Wall
yeah,
Street.
yeah,
They got
yeah.
a big
That's
ass
what-
stage. And they got a lounge there. They don't have a comedy night there.
Bro,
So
and I know people around here in the Lithonia area.
Spice House off Panola.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
That was my first stage.
Oh word.
Yeah, my comedy.
When is
anniversary-
comedy night on at Spice House?
Tuesday, my man Cassius put me up the first night, and I went up there, and so I had all this shit written. And every time I go do comedy, I sit in the crowd before they call me up and write more shit.
Yeah, for sure. I always do my opening while I'm there. Whatever
But I'm saying,
venue.
I write new shit, so I already got this. But I'm gonna write that because when you see a comedian on stage or an open mic, he is just practicing his new shit. He's practicing his new shit. This new shit supposed to hit, and I just wrote this, and I'm practicing this. That's what you do at open mic. You practice your shit on different crowds to see how they take it, and then once you master, it's like you working on that dribble cross.
It becomes
shot.
water.
You gotta work until it's good.
Yeah, and then you can mix
take
it.
to the
Then you
court.
can remix it. Yeah, you can remix it. You can do whatever with it. But you gotta get it that you can hit it every time from all angles, because you never know what angle you're gonna have to get this shot off.
And there's no such thing. Like I remember Gerald Kelly. Remember Gerald Kelly came to Uptown with his son, and his son does a set before him all the time. Much respect to Gerald Kelly. His son did some stuff. It was funny. I don't give a fuck. That boy 10 years old. That shit good.
Yeah.
And he's like, son, don't worry about the laughter. It come, it goes. Some people get it, some people don't, but that's okay. You can't let these people in the crowd that don't understand your humor steer you away from what you're doing. So
To me, it's the craft. Like
definitely
it's the craft. So it's a situation where it's like laughter comes sometimes, laughter don't sometimes. The craft remain the same.
Craft
And so
remain the
this the other part is like people can understand and recognize a well-crafted joke,
that's right. Because they definitely
even if
respect
it's
the
not,
talent.
even if they personally ain't laughing, because you just never know why a person ain't gonna laugh, like for whatever reason. But it's the craft is always gonna remain. Let's see. Perfect, bruh. And he could cut hair.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm nice as a motherfucker with these bitches. I've been doing this since
And he could cut hair, yo.
Yeah, man, I do this shit. Listen, man, this has been an amazing episode. Got a chance to kick with my man Kim. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
Listen,
we
we
got
got
come through every time. Cause shrimp on this bitch about 10 times.
Shrimp on here?
Shrimp. I got shrimp in here. I'm his barber. I've been cutting
Good.
shrimp almost a year, and I got about 10 episodes with shrimp.
Right, I gotta match shrimp then. This ain't gonna be my last episode. We still got a lot more stuff to talk about.
A lot more shit to
We're
talk
gonna
about.
definitely recap. You know what I'm saying? We got big projects coming in the next couple of months,
Tell 'em,
man.
Let's talk about that shit.
Man, we got the Control Trauma movie. You know what I'm saying? That's
That
we
shit
that we
gonna be
cooking up.
crazy.
We got
Gonna
that we
be in that
cooking
dope.
up.
You got Reverend Bars that's gonna be there.
Reverend Bars gonna
talk
be
this
in
shit.
there. You know
I
what
got
I'm saying?
some new shit. I'm about to do a couple now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Go ahead, get at them.
No, I'm gonna do
All
a
right.
couple. Like I gotta record a couple.
Oh, okay,
to drop.
okay.
I listen to music to get these bars, and this one I got some deep shit, man.
Yeah, listen.
Hell yeah.
So we got the Control Trauma movie. We got the kids improv thing with Bit Play Ray. We be looking at. We working on murder mystery, dinner and a movie show. You know what I'm saying? Like we got so much stuff that we working on that's gonna be happening over 2023. Like just look out for us. We coming to you. Content gonna be out there.
If you see Control Trauma in your area, pull up, B.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cause you fuck around and get on.
Oh yeah. You a part of the show. You directing the
You're
show.
a part of the show.
Oh, and of course, Control Trauma every Sunday,
every
5.
Sunday, 5 o'clock. We at Uptown.
Uptown
for now.
Comedy coming.
So we trying to put it on everybody's stage. We're gonna try to get to underground. We're gonna try to get everywhere to do
We
this
moving,
shit.
bro. Pop up.
And we can do this in the summertime coming. We might fuck around and do some pop-up shows outdoors at certain
Man,
locations.
listen, bro. Let's show up at the
saying?
pool, man.
Pull up
Like,
at
you
the
know what I'm
pool,
saying? Like,
because it's skits that happen at the pool. It's skits that happen at the outdoor basketball court, which is what we probably need to do too.
man, listen.
We can goddamn do all that shit. So when you have a creative mindset and you on a team full of creative geniuses and just a bunch of silly dudes that tell jokes all the time, sky's the limit to some of the shit you can pull off. So if you got you a team, if you want to get in the comedy game, if you want to do that shit, man, it ain't for everybody, but it's definitely for everybody. You might not have the balls to do it, but you got some fun.
You're gonna have
shit
fun.
in there.
Oh yeah, everybody funny, bro.
Everybody
Like,
got some funny shit
it's
in
just
there.
about bravery. Everybody ain't. everybody funny, everybody ain't brave though.
Everybody ain't brave. This has been a great episode. It's been a pleasure to have my man Kendall come through here and bless us with the episode. We're going to clip up some of these parts and put them out there. You're going to see him again on here, I'm sure. And if you got a talking point, if you got something you want to promote, if you got something you want to sell,
This will be my
Kendall,
first
pull
step.
up.
Yeah, this will be my first stop, bro.
Yeah, send me some clips and shit.
Oh,
I can
yeah,
throw
for
on
sure.
through
Yeah,
here and
yeah,
everything.
throw that shit out.
We're going to keep this shit pushing. We're going to look for some more skits, look for some more everything, man. And my man's going to drop some of that stuff on here and everything. I want to thank everybody for pulling up, paying attention to this episode. We'll be right back with another episode right after this. So again, don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to come again. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to catch the vibe. You know how you make them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen.
You got what? Anything, man. So again, thanks for tuning in. This has been Game Time.
Hey, don't forget to catch the vibe. Baked potatoes full of chives.
Baked potato full of onions and chives.
You feel me?
Hell yeah, this ain't no jive. Yeah.
Strictly G's, always chasing cheese. Told niggas what it was a long time ago. Now everything falling in line like dominoes. Niggas don't be down to ride when it's time to go. So I don't need no help like hell rail counting dough. I'm out here selling everything that's taxable. I'm a hustler getting money to me natural. Stay low key while I stack up my capital. But still on tip in case we gotta get tactical. Know what I'm saying? From the start I knew I'd be a boss. That's why I ain't give up after my first loss. My nigga keep your chin up, I know it gets hard. Just keep stacking chips up until you live the large. Keep your eyes on these niggas, cause they be watching hard. I hate to have to paint a nigga like Bob Ross. OG, I'm colder than Jack Frost. They say they getting money but ain't fresh, that's bizarre. Just scuffed up my base, hopping out of the car on some drunk shit. But still on tip enough to know this some fuck shit. She know it's me, it wasn't no need for introductions. Maybe a freak trying to give it up in public. SGMG, I got it tatted on my stomach. Blend of the G's, niggas know how we bumming. Was chasing cheese, I ain't know I was thugging. Back in the G, told niggas wait till we buzzing. Look at me now, it's first class when we fly out of town. Smoke about a pound and inside the grill look like a cloud. Told her she gotta hold me down and she gon' stick around. Baby solid, play a role and she don't make a sound. This shit easy when you got all the pieces to the puzzle. I be geek when I open my Louis Vuitton duffel. Pull up looking like a whole bag full of money. Being broke is a joke. Well, niggas what it was a long time ago. Now everything falling in line like dominoes. Niggas don't be down to ride when it's time to go. So I don't need no help like hell rail counting dough. I'm out here selling everything that's taxable. I'm a hustler getting money to me natural. Stay low key while I stack up my capital. But still on tip in case we gotta get tactical. Know what I'm saying?